AI in books, starting a YouTube channel, and questions about my writing and my books. Welcome to today's episode of Tea Time with Diane. This is once a quarter, maybe every 2 months. I am going to answer questions that people email me, possibly leaving comments. Not that I'm getting that many comments yet, but I run into people who've watched the videos or who know what I'm doing, or people email me and have asked me questions. So let's jump in. The first one, you seem to have videos on writing and publishing as well as healing and transformation. Is there a connection between them? And the answer is yes. The books that I'm writing, the Mind Monster series, it's all about one woman's journey to discover herself. So I'm not 100% like in a groove, let's say, with the YouTube show yet. But what I want to do is to be able to help people who want to write books, as well as to help share my experiences with people who are on a healing and a transformation journey. They can be a little different. Like I'm trying to look at it as helping people rediscover purpose, their voice, and then to use creative expression to help them through change and transformation. And I don't know about you, but a lot of people I'm talking to these days are going through challenging times. So there's a connection. I'm still working on how to bring it together so that this show will sort of be streamlined. I might even have like different colors on the thumbnail. So one will be for writing, one will be for the healing, I don't want to say healing because I'm not a healer, but transformation. Anyway, stay tuned. One of the good things about being part of this at such an early stage is that you get to watch me figure stuff out. So the second question, do you have any advice for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? I don't know if I'm far enough along to give advice. I will say that I think the people really making money on YouTube are the people on YouTube telling people how to make money on YouTube. It's a long game. It used to be much easier even a few years ago, but so many people are on it that I've heard the algorithm doesn't pick you up. Like it's 50, 100 videos, the algorithm will pick you up. I had to balance out life, writing the books, just the other stuff. I'm trying to do a Substack. I had to balance it all out. I'm pushing myself to do once a week. I do not want to do every other week. What everyone says is consistency is key. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, there are a million videos. And the best advice I got was just start. So last January, I started it on my personal YouTube channel, Diane Hatz, which I just mainly use to watch videos on. Realized that I'm screwing up the algorithm because I'm watching podcasts not related to my work. So then I created this channel, Hearth Talks. I had to switch all the videos over. Then I changed the name. Yes. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, I highly encourage you to do it. Now is a great time. Just understand consistency is key. The other thing, and this is something I don't want to say struggling with, but something I'm learning, a new skill, is to be able to speak to you and not to use notes. Like right now, I'm just speaking. And of course, I think I'm waffling. Hopefully I'm saying something that helps. I guess it's a lot of it's like go with your gut. YouTube is constantly changing, like all social media. The big thing right now is authenticity. So it's not highly scripted, studio produced. I mean, people want not reality, but people do want reality. But what is reality? People want authenticities. They want people to speak from the heart, to speak from experience. So if you can do that, or if you want to learn it, like with me, I'm a writer. I'm much more comfortable writing my feelings. I took this on as a challenge, partly because I want to connect with more people, but also for me to be able to learn to be more expressive, to not feel so uncomfortable. This isn't public, but it's a safe public platform in a way. You're not standing up on a stage. So, if you want to know where to start, just Google. I've watched this guy, Ed Lawrence. I found him really good. Gary V VEE, it's like Vandercheck. He's got millions of followers. He's a good one to follow. He's good on like predictions on a how to. Just Google it, honestly, or just go on YouTube and say, how do I start a YouTube channel? You will get a billion videos, and just try it out. Like I started in January, had my little kerfluffle with the wrong channel, redid it like in March. I've committed through the end of the year once a week. So far, I've done it. This week was a little challenging, but I'm doing it. I haven't had breakfast. I need to wash my hair. I'm like, but I'm doing it. So I hope you will. If you do, drop me a line. Let me know. I'd love to check out your channel. So next question. How do you know when your book is done? It's different for everyone. Some people, when they write a book, they have to like write a chapter and edit until it's done. I call myself a layerer. I layer. So like I have to get the general story down. Then I'll get like dialogue in. Then I'll go in and add in background description, then motivation. Like I do that. Like the last book was 15 edits, I think, but the 15th I was ready to jump off a bridge. But for me, I edit and I edit and I edit, and then there's just this feeling will wash over me, and I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot do any better. And if you can tap into yourself and get that feeling, then you will know when your book is done. So all I can say is just write, just keep writing. And if you get to a point where you're not sure, but you're exhausted with it, you're done. You're done. Even if you publish a book, if you indie publish a book, you can go back and you can do major edits. I mean, you'll need a new ISBN and you'll have to like release it as a new book, but you can go back anytime. You can do, I think it's up to 20%, could be 10%, pretty sure 20%. You can change up to 20% of your book. And this is on Amazon. I'm not sure of the others. You can change up to 20% of your book without having to change your ISBN. So I hope that helps. Do you use AI for books? This is a huge one. I will never, ever, 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 ever have AI write a book for me. No. And I would lean more toward in fiction, nothing. I'm a little more lenient. I'm trying to start a nonfiction book, like a book on how to indie publish. It might be a little more lenient, but I will not have it write for me. So that is an absolute no. The Authors Guild has a certification called Human Authored, because AI is just taking over. So you can actually get a seal from them. It's numbered, so it can be tracked. And I think what they're doing is they're going to try to build it like vinyl albums became, they're really cool again. So they're trying to get it so people will know when a book has been written by a human. I think that's extremely important, because I think there will be people like me who will only read a human authored book. Now, other parts of the writing and publishing process, yes, I use AI. I mean, if you don't know this yet, when you Google, that's Gemini. You're using AI now. So this is a little aside. I'm grappling with having a blog. I started one and then I stopped, because with AI, SEO, which is search engine optimization, that we've all been using for like the last 20, 25 years, it's like on the way of the dinosaur. AI, goes through the internet and scrapes, and it's not the same. I don't know how you optimize for it. Maybe there are ways. I'm sure people are figuring it out. But if you notice, when you get a return on Google, there's that paragraph up top, that's AI. It's pulling from all different places. So it's not like it used to be. All that to say, I have given up my blog. I have a Substack. I'm going to do a whole video on this, because with Substack, I just learned that you have to put your email address in, yada, yada. But using AI for books, where it is extremely helpful. I will not do it for covers. I pay a cover designer. If I start writing, I don't know, fast fiction that doesn't take me a year or more to write, I don't know, maybe I would consider it. But there are places like 99 Designs. You can get book covers for like $100. I don't think that's too bad. But I do use it to help me with marketing, like finding comp authors. You can upload your manuscript, and people get weird about uploading their manuscript. I have made it assure me that it's not sharing my information with anybody else. And like Rock Odds, these 3 books are already published, so they could just buy the book and upload it if they want it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I'm just not, I guess because I'm older, I'm just not as precious as I used to be. And I need all the help I can get. So I've uploaded rock odds, and I've asked, like, what are my comp titles? Who are my ideal readers? And not that it's 100% correct. I'm doing it multiple times on different platforms. There's also like Pro Writing Aid I've used for grammar for the books, but it's like a developmental editor. And if you don't have money to pay a developmental editor, I highly recommend this. Like I'm at my 7th edit, which is sort of like early alpha readers. I could do a developmental edit. I don't have the money. I spent so much money on the first book and did not get a return that I did it through Pro Writing Aid because I had a free added credit to do it. And it was pretty good. I mean, I don't think it's 100%, but there are other companies too, and I am actually going to use it. So I do it for that. And like the back of the book, you need like a log line, which is 1 line about the book. You need X amount of words, description of the book. You need the Amazon description. Now, I'm not saying I just have AI do it and that's it. I go through and I edit it. Also, things like these videos today, I'm not using a script, but sometimes I do more scripted because I want to do research. I want to give, um, like information that can be helpful and not always just talk about my experiences. So I do. I listen. Google is AI. So if you're Googling, you're using AI. So yes, I use AI for books, but never, ever, ever, ever for writing it. I met somebody who did. He's got like 70 books up, and my friend justified it. Oh, he's dyslexic. And I'm not dyslexic. I do feel for it. But if you're just pumping stuff in to AI and you're publishing a book, you're not a writer. You're producing words. I'm sorry, you're not a writer. Okay. That's my stake in the sand. So next question. Did you know you wanted to write a series when you started Rock Gods and Messy Monsters? No. I wrote Rock Gods and Messy Monsters. I started it in the 90s. That's how long ago it was. And I had gotten a lot of rejections from publishers and agents, a lot. And I was so depressed. So it was about 2008. I think Amazon started KDP, which is Kindle, which is the ebooks, in about 2007. So I didn't know anything about it. I just threw my book up, did nothing, yada, yada. A couple years ago, I pulled it down, re-edited it, turned it into Rock Gods and Messy Monsters. And then as I was starting a second book, I was getting into it. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I couldn't like click. And I'm like, I've got Rock Gods. Why don't I just take Alex, my main character, and just fast forward her 20 years, which I did. So I didn't know when I do another series, I will plot a lot more out. Now that I'm writing the 4th book, you have to tie up all the loose ends, and it seems to be working out okay, but I probably would save myself a lot of angst had I had it more plotted. But there's also a beauty in the creativity of like letting your brain figure it out. So if you ask that question because you want to know whether you should go into writing a book and it be a series or not, just write the book. Just write. Don't overthink. Just write. Hard for me to do myself because I love to think, but just write. And this is our last question. And when will your next book be published? Well, thank you for asking. I had originally hoped for December. I'm going to be doing another video, which if I can, I'll put it in the show notes. Maybe try to put it, that clicky thing at the end. I had originally wanted it to be out December of 2025 this year. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to get the final book in this series done. And once that's done, then I can actually start doing proper promotion. That's another tip. If you're writing a series, I think that for your first book, you can try to make a bit of a splash, but a lot of people won't read a series until the series is done. So I held off on books 2 and 3. I haven't really promoted them because I want to wait. When the 4th book is done, I'll try to get on podcasts. I will do like more videos going through the books, maybe reading bits and then talking about the healing and the transformation and then technical stuff, I think. I don't know. We'll see. So, long way of saying I've just pushed the book back till June 2026. And if I'm feeling stressed, I'm going to push it till September. And this is a really important thing. I can only speak for myself, but I push myself really hard. And I'm now questioning why. Like, why am I losing sleep trying to get a book out? I mean, I do want a career, but my social life has suffered. I'm stressed out. I really would work to the point of crying, and I'm just not going to do that anymore. And that's something, it's sort of my practice right now, is learning self-care. And that, was it the famous words of Joni Ernst, we're all going to die someday? If you really sit down and think about it, patience is a practice. So I'm just giving myself the gift of patience. It's killing me, but I'm doing it. So anyway, those are the questions we have today. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them in the comments or just send an email, or DM me on social media. I'm DianeHatz.author on Instagram and Facebook, which, total aside, do you only get ads? And I get ads and I get the national park, bears, a lot of bears and dogs. And I know that's because I like wildlife and dog rescue, but I don't see my friends anymore. I really, really starting to debate coming off social media. That will be a future video. So for now, take care. Be good to yourself. And if you are a writer or want to write, get that pen and get that paper and get to it. Thank you. See you next time.